CHJL just completely transformed my life because I was in those spaces and then I would come to CHJL and it was a space where I could like really hold up a mirror to myself in a way that like no other space allowed me to do that. So I got to see all the layers and facades that I had accumulated over time. So like the mountain reflection is really like, that was it wasn't just an exercise in meditation, right? That was my life of I was able to like through this program really what I would say like peel away those layers and reconnect with the truest parts of myself. So I felt like I rediscovered my inner knowing and wisdom that had always been there, but it just had gotten buried over years of socialization and conditioning and being told you have to be this way, you have to show up that way. This is how your life has to be. So it was just such deep programming and unlearning so that I could create the space for my own wisdom from my body, right? To like my spiritual beliefs, my claircognizance, like everything, my ancestral and spiritual guides to really start to lead me in a new direction. So it just helped me see where I was out of alignment. And it gave me the clarity and the courage, more than anything, the courage to carve out a path that really better reflects who I am. In terms of my relationships, I think for me, so much of that work, like what came up for me was how much I did put on a facade and I wasn't authentic and vulnerable all the time with a lot of people because I had always been raised and kind of told to like hide it, and to not be like my true emotional, um, very sensitive self. And so with this program, people definitely told me like, wow, you're so different now because I started showing up differently. Because once I started discovering who I really was, it's like I didn't want to conceal that part of me anymore. And so I think it has really strengthened my relationships. I certainly feel more grounded and present. And I feel like my connections have become just stronger. They seem more genuine and more meaningful as a result. I really love CHJL. I love it so much. It's a beautiful space. And sometimes I still think like anytime I'm in this space in some way, whether it's like I come as an alumni to some of the coaching circles, when I went to Reunion, um, anytime there's an offering, if I can make it, I try my best because it just always feels like just a safe, beautiful, loving space, like regardless of whatever the offering is. So I sometimes just wish that I could go back, and spend those 9 months in that space because it was so loving. I felt so held by everyone.